You often release cookbooks as well as releasing or being a part of television shows with your cooking.
Mm-hmm.
What do you find, apart from the obvious, is the main difference between those mediums with the audience you reach or how you go about preparing?
Well, they're very different. I started in radio, which is my first love, because I've got a fabulous body for radio. And you can rock up, you don't need makeup, you don't have to worry about it. I love radio because to be able to communicate with someone just by sound is very different. And you've got to be clear in the way you speak. But then I do love the written word because I write apart from my cookbooks. I love the fact that with the written word you can come back and go over it and you can change the meaning with punctuation or take out an and or be very bold and start a word with but. When you're writing a recipe too, you have to be really, really particular about how you do that and make sure it is perfect. Whereas if you're cooking on TV, you don't have to be quite so precise. Whether you want to write, talk on the radio, present in real life or on TV, it's all about the preparation. Do your research, attention to detail, don't leave anything to chance, don't let anyone ever say to you, well, I think. They can't think, they need to know.
So you present your food and your work in many different mediums, television, books, you were discussing radio. What was your preferred medium?
I think I love live more than anything. I love it because you can see by the look in people's eyes whether you've got them, whether you're communicating to them, talking over their head, talking under, whatever. It's just, you stare them straight in the eye and you know you've got them.
Brilliant. You do a lot of work with Australian food and Australian culture. What is it about about Australian culture, Australian food, that makes you particularly passionate about it?
I think I was always brought up to be a really proud Australian, so I think that our food could only come from our country. So the irreverence of the Australian personality, the fact that we wanted to adopt and adapt, but then you look at this fantastic country, there's nothing that won't grow here. So the ability to use so many different ingredients. And I also believe in reconciliation through food, because if you start to eat the food of a culture, it's got to be the beginning of accepting it.
So in 2007 you co-founded the program Tasting Success, which is a chef's mentoring program specifically for women.
Yes.
So why did you create this program and specifically for women?
How many female chefs can you name me who run the best restaurants in Australia? A kitchen can be quite a hostile place, it can be pretty tough. And so what we wanted to do was provide these girls and women with an opportunity to do 35 hours with a mentor. So we've had some of Australia's top chefs. There's just a massive need for it, and we want to upskill them, make them feel great about themselves. We give them media training, they have some master classes as well. So that's why we want them to become tomorrow's leaders. Mentoring's really important.
Would you have any advice for young professionals starting up in your industry?
Absolutely, and that is check and recheck. Don't take anything for granted. You only ever get one opportunity to make a first impression. So if you stuff up that first impression, it's not going to be great for you after that. So know your stuff. You need to make sure that the person that you're going to talk to, the farmer or the producer, is going to be good talent and not freeze. And one of the problems is you can often get someone who's great off camera, then the camera's on and it freezes. That's not good television and no one's going to watch it. So if you want to spread the stories, you've got to make sure you've got some good talent to actually spread them. Do your research, know your stuff, and if you're going to do something, do it properly. So now we're ready for it to all come together.